Hey Annie. Hey Gomti,
Hi,
how are you? Hey everybody.
hi. Yeah, I'm fine. How are you, Sandra?
Doing good, thanks, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Just checking. I see about 47 people on the call. Annie, I'll just ping Srini just to make sure he has everything. He's able to join.
Yes.
Just let me do that. Okay, so Surag's given us the go to get started when we are ready. Let me just ping Srini. Okay, so Srini should be joining shortly, Annie. So I think we'll get started. Maybe I'll just do a quick uh, round of welcome and then pass on to you, Annie.
Yeah.
And I'll share my screen as well. So please let me know when you see my screen. So hello, everybody. A warm welcome to all of you to our first Code Without Barriers virtual meetup. We're very excited to kick off these virtual meetups. And I will share my screen in just a moment. Is it coming through?
Yes.
Not yet. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so let me just go to slideshow mode so you can see it. Okay, so we have an hour to spend today where we learn more about the virtual kickoffs, which Annie Matthew, who is actually the founder of Code Without Barriers, will talk to you about. And then I will do a quick intro on Code Without Barriers, what it's all about, what to expect. We have Srini, our colleague, who leads and co-leads actually our mentoring pillar under Code Without Barriers. So he will do a quick intro to mentoring. What's the experience like for those of the women who've been through the mentoring program under Code Without Barriers. We have Gomati, who's going to talk about Azure AI document intelligence, and then we'll close with a call to action. Okay, that's what we're going to do for the hour. But without further ado, I'll pass it on to you, Annie. Thank you.
Thank you, Sindhura. Thanks for bringing the community together. Hi, Gomati. Nice to see you here as well.
Thank
So
you, Sandra.
hello, everyone. We're privileged to have you here with us to spend this hour. So Sindhura will take you in, give you an overview about what Code Without Barriers and the opportunity is there for you. But I'll just take a minute beforehand to welcome you all. Thank you for joining us. Code Without Barriers has been around since September 2021. That is when we launched Code Without Barriers. We had 21 open source communities and about 13 of our customers and partners who joined us in the mission. And our mission at that point was to, hey, we were sitting at some 12% developer diversity. And we said 30% is a minimum required to have a critical mass of women in the development community to drive innovation, to make technology more inclusive. And today, this is the era of AI, and women participation in AI is super, super critical. It is no longer a D&I conversation. It's actually a responsible AI conversation. So, interestingly, this year, the Slash Data report came out in June, and we saw that we had hit 30% developer diversity in APAC. And that was brilliant. So we went from 12% in 2021 to 18% in 2022 to 30% in 2023. Shows that we've got it right. We've got the model right. And whatever we are doing, it's actually having a ripple effect because it is not possible for any small group of people to actually make that big a jump. So it's all of you, all of us, and all of our customers and partners and the industry groups which are also contributing to this. Together, we have all made that hit that important milestone of 30% developer diversity in APAC. So give yourself a pat on your back and let's see what next. So interestingly, our executive sponsor is Steven Miller. He's the Chief Operating Officer for Microsoft Asia. And he challenged us. He said, why 30%? 50% of the world is women. So why are you targeting 30%? And the Slash Data report actually gave us a confidence that, yes, we can do 50%. So that's our collective target, that everywhere there is equal representation of women. And coming back to the era of AI, and why it's so super important that you participate in it in whichever form or manner, whichever level, whichever area you are in, it's so important that you participate in this, whether you're coding, designing, testing, a business analyst, right up to policy making, or even just use of AI in your daily work. This is important for all of us because that is going to reduce the gap between male and female participation in the economy, male and female progress in your personal careers. So today you will also hear from Srini, who is leading our mentorship pillar, and he's going to talk about the role of mentoring in actually helping you hit those career goals. So I will stop here and say that I'm super excited that we are coming together as a community. Thank you, Sindhura, and thank you, Stiava, for partnering and getting this community together. I hope we continue it on a regular cadence so that you have an opportunity to know what's coming up. And be bold and courageous in just grabbing the opportunities that are on the table. So make sure you are on it. You're joining the hackathon that's coming up. You're joining the skilling journey. No holds barred, right? Go all out and invest in yourself. The best investment you can make in your whole life is your investment in yourself. So go ahead and do that. And thank you for being here. Okay, Sindhura, over to you.
Thank you, Annie, for kicking us off so nicely. And it's fantastic, actually, since you started, we've seen the community actually grow. But what I'm going to talk about next is really kind of grounding on what Annie just landed with us, which is why is this important in the era of AI? Why diversity in AI is so important, and how programs like Code Without Barriers are helping bridge that. And so this is your moment to seize. This is your opportunity to seize. We've created the framework. We've tested it out in 10 markets in ASEAN, and we're looking to take this to many more markets across Asia and all of Asia. So, and we cannot do this without you. So let me just start sharing my screen again. Let me know when you see my screen, please.
Visible.
Perfect. So I'll probably share a few slides in terms of just reiterating some of the things that Annie talked about, which is the dire straits in terms of making sure that we actually do something about what you're seeing on the screen in terms of what the Global Gender Report showed back in 2020, right before, around the time when COVID hit us, around the time when we were all thinking about, oh my God, how are we going to actually do something about this as Microsoft, as women, as allies of women. And if you look at those numbers in terms of, women were at risk of, losing jobs and hardest hit by the pandemic. And then if you flip and look at what is the number of professionals we have in cloud computing or data and AI, those numbers were really low. And now if you think of what Annie talked about 30%, 31% in just a few years' time, what that showed us is there is opportunity to be intentional and do something about this and create a ripple effect, which is what we set out to do with Code Without Barriers. And we've been working across open source communities. We've been working with our customers, with our partners, with all of you in terms of developers who are on this call today or aspiring developers on this call today. And that's what really makes this success and possible. And if I keep going, when we were looking at that problem statement that we just talked about and how do we solve this, Code Without Barriers then became a natural fit. And that's where our mission was also born, right? We said we have to make sure that the diversity that we see in society is actually represented in the tech industry, in AI, whether you're designing that solution, whether you're developing that solution, whether you're marketing that solution, everywhere you need to have that representation equally. And that's where innovation really thrives. And so that was our first purpose-driven mission statement. And then we went in to say, what's that going to help us to do is really close that gender gap, right? Whether you think of artificial intelligence or any digital sector, we are able to help close that gender gap only when we are intentional about it and help reflect that intentionality in everywhere, every part of the process of designing a solution or developing a solution. And then we said, what we're going to do is become that platform. We're going to provide that platform, a framework through which all of those conversations around, what do we need to do, and the actions around how do we advance skilling or advance the ability for creating a safe space for women to come and have these conversations about what's tough, what is not working for them, and hence what can they do about it. So not just the dialogue, but also the action-oriented platform where we provide you that opportunity to go in and create that future for yourself, right? So that it's the way to be inclusive in how we come together as a community across developers, across customers, across partners, and that's where I think the power of what Code Without Barriers does comes to life. Okay. And then we do this in many ways, right? So how does that platform come to life is what I'll talk to you about in a bit. So it comes to life in a few ways. The first and foremost is the engagement, like what we're doing today. We're kicking off these virtual meetups for the first time, but we've been doing in-person meetups for the last 2+ years. We've done them across 10 countries. We've done about 15 to 20 of these in the last 2 years. And we've seen amazing success in bringing some of these women and our allies together through our customers, through the developer communities. And all of the logos that you're seeing on the right-hand side are all of our Code Without Barriers partners. So think of the power that this community can generate in terms of thought leadership, in terms of creating mentoring opportunities for women, in terms of creating an opportunity to problem solve even some of their problem statements through the hackathons and actually applying what you learn. But all of this again starts with skilling, right? So first and foremost, making sure that we give the ability for these women to skill up in AI, and then make sure we're nurturing them through offering mentoring through them. Make sure we're making them realize the ability and the confidence to apply some of those learnings through the hackathon, and then connect them to all of this partnership that we've created to make sure that whether it's an internship or potential job opportunities land with them, right? And so if you look here, if you look at all of the targeted engagement that we have with the open source communities, and this is our way to expand and scale further through the virtual platform. That's Java, and through the partnership has helped enable us. So really happy to see this kick off today. And it's International Women's Month, if I may say so. So we were very happy to kick this off in the month of March, where we can really kind of attach it to the United Nations theme for this year, which is really to accelerate progress for women, and how do we actually inspire inclusion to accelerate progress, and no better way than Code Without Barriers to do this. Okay, so I'll keep going in terms of making sure that you understand a little bit more about Code Without Barriers. Again, Annie, Srini, who's on the call, myself, and you'll hear more and more from a lot more of our colleagues.
Sindhura, your voice is not audible.
Hey,
Sindhura,
Sindhura, we just lost you. I don't think she's aware.
Yeah.
Well, she might be coming back. Let's give her a minute. Ah, she's back. But she's on mute. Can you let her know?
I've just pinged her.
Yeah.
It looks like she's lost Bluetooth connectivity. She continues to speak,
Yes,
assuming that
yes,
she's being
yes.
heard.
Yes.
I think she saw the message.
Okay.
I hope so. I pinged her separately as well. Let's see. She's probably pointing on my slide, and I don't know whether she's expecting me to speak.
No, she's talking, I think.
Oh, yeah. I think I guess she's realizing now.
Okay.
Sorry, folks. Probably another minute. Ah, okay. She wants me to take over. Okay, let me take over. While it was not a smooth transition, let's go ahead with it. I hope you're able to hear me on this. Hey, thanks everyone.
Yes.
Thanks everyone for your time, and glad to be here. My name is Srinivasan Kannan. Um, as Sindhura mentioned, I co-lead the mentoring circle pillar within Code Without Barriers. I'm missing my partner in crime, Sindhu, on this call. Um, so just to give you a quick view on mentoring circles and why mentoring circles, right? Um, the whole idea of mentoring circles was going beyond the skilling and the certifications and the training that typically is already part of Code Without Barriers. The idea here was to get some experienced mentors. Um, I think Sindhura mentioned that we have about 43 partners that we have aligned with. I remember this number being 13 and now 43. So um, if you look at the um, brain power and the mentoring power across all of this, the idea was that how do we nudge, provide a safe space for women to come in into these mentoring circles and go beyond this training and certification and talk more real in terms of what does it take to be confident, what does it take in terms of functional skills, and how is the industry moving and all of it, right? So what we did is this is probably our fourth run in it, um, where we've done already three such mentoring circles in the past and are currently working on the fourth one, is to bring a set of people, like probably a size of about 6 to 10 uh, mentees into a group, have two mentors per group, with a cadence to do it every fortnight. And the idea is to mix it up with few technical topics and business topics, right? So the current one that is being executed with almost 15 such groups, 30 mentors, about 150 mentees, has been focused around um, data science and AI and ML, around DevOps, also going deeper into some of the functional aspects of coding, right? Um, Apart from the technical skills, it's also focused on some of the business skills and the soft skills, right? How do you position yourself in front of executives? What are the some of the soft skills required? And also have an open discussion around um, women typically think of it in the context of career starters and career shifters, right? Career starters um, uh, coming out of university, how do you begin your career? Or in most cases, if you've taken a break for personal reasons, how do you restart your career? And career shifters are where you're looking at shifting from one platform or a particular function into the other as well, right? So it's a mix of both technical as well as some of the business skills you need, right? And so far, what we've seen through these mentoring circles is um, number one, it provides a safe space for the mentees. Um, Also, understanding that you're not alone, right? When you hear your peers, mentees, mentors, when they talk through their journey, um, a lot of it is the brain power within that conversations where you understand that you're not alone and you might learn from other people's experiences, right? Um, it also provides a safe space for you to connect with your mentors as well as mentees on specific topics. We have seen a lot of instances where the mentees have continued some of these relationship with the mentors or their peers beyond the mentoring circle, where they've leveraged them as somebody to bounce ideas or even doing mock interviews or mock presentations that can really help you step up on your career on however you're visualizing this, right? While I don't see the slide, um, please connect, register yourself. There's a link on the slide deck that you could use, right? I'll share one small story here to just give you a context. This is about Danisha. She comes from Sri Lanka, majored out of a university in Sri Lanka, and was really looking at stepping up her career, right? And she was able to take advantage of the mentoring circle on two aspects, right? One, as I mentioned, she understood that she was not alone, and a lot of the challenges that women go through in stepping up their career or getting into that career path was not she was not alone, and many of their peers in that mentoring circle had similar challenges, right? So they created cohorts where they openly discussed about some of the challenges and how you could step up your game um, to lead the path that you have visioned out. All right. So in case of Danisha, I think where she took the majority of the mentoring circle was building that confidence, being able to talk to larger audience, be on the stage, um, being able to confidently position herself in front of a panel of interviews. And what was good to see is she landed an internship in one of the major organizations in Sri Lanka, um, and it also helped her to pass through multiple interviews in other organizations, right? So she went from a position where she had self-doubt, probably having the capabilities, but inhibiting herself from showcasing that, to a point where she landed the internship, and more importantly, being the most confident herself, right? So this is a small story. There are many more, if time permits, happy to share. I would encourage everyone on this call to go a slide back, click on the link, register yourself into Code Without Barriers, where we would be prompting you with any new mentoring circles that would come up. Um, we are through one of the mentoring circles for this quarter. We will start off a new one. So hopefully I would look at a lot of you on this call showing up on that one. So thank you for your time. Sindhura, I hope you're back on the call and I could pass the mic back to you.
Yes, Srini, I'm back on the call and I'm sorry about earlier. Everyone, that must have been a grueling 2 minutes to watch somebody who was just lip syncing.
No, it was it was
But
it was fun where we could see you talk and we knew no one is hearing to you.
I'm sorry about that. So I'm going to try this one more time. Thank you, Srini, for that sharing. I think mentoring is such a powerful way of creating that safe space and making sure people feel confident to move forward. And that's such a fantastic example of the niches. I'm still sharing my screen and I've turned on video, so hopefully this will work. I want to make sure that Gomati gets her time as well. But Gomati, I'll just take 1 minute to just wrap up potentially what I couldn't land last time, which is probably on this slide, if I'm not wrong. But again, the intent was to make sure
Sure.
that all of
Yes.
you, yeah, thank you, Gomti. Appreciate it. Just wanted to make sure that you understand that it is Code Without Barriers is successful because it's in partnership with the community, whether it's developer communities, whether it's our customers and partners. And I think it's good because Srini just highlighted how the mentoring through one of these Code Without Barriers partners helped, you know, folks like, sorry, what was the name? It was
Danisha.
Dashika, Danisha,
Danisha.
not Dashika,
Yeah.
Danisha, to thrive. And I think imagine yourself in that position. Imagine yourself benefiting from the skilling opportunities. Imagine yourself benefiting from the mentoring and gaining more confidence to apply those skills and potentially be gainfully employed in the technology and AI side of the industry. And so just wanted to make sure I land that, but I'll pass it on, and we will come back and close with, we have, I know Chang, who's on our team, has been sharing a lot of links in the chat. There is a Code Without Barriers website. Actually, Gomti, I'm sorry, I'm going to just take your permission to just close with some call to action so that, you can actually take your time to finish your
Sure.
section.
Sure.
Yeah?
Sure, Sindhura. Yeah.
Perhaps that would be feasible. Let me just go back. So there's a Code Without Barriers website where you can find out more, and you can also get access to some of the success stories that we're talking about. Let me just go here very quickly. Yeah, so a lot happening this month. So there's a hackathon. Sorry, there's going to be a Code Without Barriers anniversary event to commemorate again International Women's Day, but also to celebrate Code Without Barriers anniversary, where we'll have speakers come in. So please join those. I'm pretty sure those invites will go out very soon. The hackathon will kick off. This is a great place for you to apply some of the skills in AI that you have, and real problem statements will be provided by our Code Without Barriers partners like Prudential or Pertamina, etc. And so please look up on our website and participate in the hackathon. Skilling is something that we always offer. So there's AI Odysseys coming up, and there's a QR code for each one of the countries, which I'll flash in a bit, that you can then start utilizing to skill yourself up. And Srini talked about mentoring circles, which are ongoing. So please sign up on our website and make sure that you're utilizing all of these avenues to invest in yourself. Okay. So I'll just flash these QR codes. This is the Code Without Barriers website, where all of the information around all the pillars, success stories, what to expect, sorry, sign up forms are all there. So please go and click on that link or scan the QR code to learn more. We also have a LinkedIn group. So the second QR code is our LinkedIn group where we post about events, where we share success stories, etc. So please join that community so that you can learn more about what's coming up at any point in time. And the AI Odysseys, and Annie, if you're still on the call, perhaps you can just do a quick pitch for AI Odysseys. I think they're a great way to upskill. You can see that QR code there and there's one QR code for each of the countries. So make sure you click on the right one to sign up. Anything you want to add on AI Odyssey? Okay, I don't know if Annie's on the call, but I don't want to jeopardize any screen sharing, but I'll leave that on for another couple of seconds. so that you can sign up for those skilling opportunities. Okay. All right. With that, thank you very much. We look forward to engaging you, hopefully with fewer technical glitches next time. But hey, we learn and we iterate. That's what we're all about. And we want to welcome all of you to the Code Without Barriers family. And we look forward to having more of these. So Gomti, thank you so much for being patient with some of the adjustments we've had to make. Thank you, Annie and Srini and Team Stiava for this opportunity. I don't know if we can do a picture, but I'd love to do a picture at the end. Surag and team, I'll let you kind of help us with that. But Gomti, over to you.
Thank you so much, Sindhura. Thank you all for the introduction, and thank you for making me into this particular platform. It's really inspiring, and I just wanted to come with you for this all these events. This is well, good morning, everyone. So here I'm going to talk about Azure AI Document Intelligence. I'll just give you a small introduction about me. So I'm Dr. Gomati. I'm just switching off my camera for a better bandwidth. I'm so sorry about this. I'm a Microsoft Most Valuable Professional and a Microsoft Certified Trainer since 2021. I did my doctorate in machine learning, and which brings me the Asian India Book of Record. So the tool which I have designed during my doctorate, during my PhD. That is where I have awarded. And I'm a global speaker, a published author. I hold 6 national and 6 international patent, and I'm a YouTuber and the blogger. So you can connect with me if you want to through the LinkedIn, if you want to know about the latest updates and the opportunities and everything. I hold these certifications without any further thing. I'm just going forward to the content. So today we will understand about what is Azure. And what is Azure AI pre-built models? So what are the types of models do we have, and what are the pre-built models which we have in Azure? So, and then we will understand the input requirements. So though there is pre-built models, but what are the requirements in order to use that? I hope you all can see my screen, right? Sorry for asking a little late.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So, and finally, we will end up with a conclusion. We'll also see the licensing part, like what is required, and the Q&A. So, introduction about Azure. So, Azure is a cloud-based solution which offers variety of services. Okay, so variety of services, right from AI, machine learning, missions, virtual missions, whereas that Azure pre-built model, that is AI pre-built model, is specifically for artificial intelligence based thing, which really gives a lot of advantages on this Azure, like document intelligence, like a pre-built model, where this is a tool which leverage advanced artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies to automate the extraction, analysis, and processing of data from a wide range of document types. Okay, whether we are dealing with a structured format or unstructured documents or complex hybrid content, the Azure AI Document Intelligence pre-built model simplifies the task of turning document data into an actionable insights. So this is the objective of AI document intelligence. So what is that? The deployment of Azure AI document intelligence is considered as a solution to streamline the data entry process. So see, whenever we have, imagine that you have to now it's a voting days, right? Like in the April, probably we are expecting it. So imagine there is a lot of postal votes will be there, right? The postal votes which will be receiving through a Gmail mail or probably through a letters. So how they can process these things, like how they will be converting all these things in manually. If you are trying to convert all the votes into a proper document, it is really hectic. So there, this Azure AI document intelligence comes into the picture. Okay, so what it will do is the main objective is to leverage the advanced machine learning and artificial intelligence capabilities. So here it will give you the enhanced efficiency. So what is that enhanced efficiency? It will reduce the time and resource dedicated to the manual data entry. So this is the one. And the second one is minimizing human error. So this is what improving accuracy, the human error will be minimized and to ensure the higher data quality and reliability. And finally, enabling faster processing and analysis of poll responses. I'm talking about like polls and any votes, like postal votes, all these responses to provide timely and actionable insights. So imagine that you're getting more than 3 to 5 lakhs of like postal votes. Is that possible? Like a human is appointed for that, and every time like we can process the polling like oats through the postal, it will be little difficult, right? So I'm just telling this as an example because that is what we are facing it today, right? So this is where here is where the AI document intelligence comes into the picture. So the successful adoption of Azure AI document intelligence represents a significant advancement in the digital transformation efforts of organization, enabling them to deliver superior polling services with greater efficiency and impact. So not only the polls, you can think about any documents, like it might be the tax document, it might be your mortgages document, so whatever, like this will definitely help you, like Azure AI document intelligence. So Azure AI document intelligence is an Azure service. Okay, so of course in Azure, all are considered to be the services, all are considered to be the resources. So we have service for every needs of each and every our daily needs. Okay, that you can use to analyze the forms. So this specific AI document intelligence is used to analyze the forms. Um, completed by your customer, or it might be the partners or employers or others, and extract the data that they contain, that particular document contain. So the document might be any form, okay, the picture, Excel, document, any form. So here we will be using what? We'll be using the Azure AI document intelligence. So in Azure AI document intelligence, we have two types. One is pre-built model. Okay, so the pre-built model in the sense already it is ready. It's ready for you to use. You have to just upload your document and try to get the data. So this is a pre-built. Okay, it's already ready with all the AI algorithms, models, and everything. You just wanted to upload it and get it. No need of any coding knowledge. You should not be a pro or a techie in all these Azure and everything. You just wanted to upload the data or the document. The second type is what the custom document. Okay, I'll show you where the custom document comes in. For example, if you have a document which does not comes under this pre-built model. Okay, so these are the pre-built models. So invoices, if you wanted to get the data from the invoice, if you wanted to get the data from the receipts, identity documents, health insurance card. Okay, so from where you wanted to get the data, you can get it. So you can find nearly there are 18 pre-built contents are there. Okay, so I think 15 to 18. So they are just adding more and more. See, you can see here, this is new one, which they are adding it. I just took it 2 days before. It's a new document. So you can see US mortgage, and this is business card, credit card, contracts. So if you want to get the data from any of this, you can get it. This is the pre-built model. And here you can see it is only showing US tax, right? Imagine if you wanted to find the Indian tax or any other tax based on the country. Okay, Indian tax, Singapore tax, any other tax, like any country's tax. So if you wanted to build it for you, you have to go with a custom document intelligence, which you have to train the model and make it ready for your work. So the custom document intelligence, even which does not involve any code. Okay, you have to just train it. It's very simple access. Okay, so today we'll be just focusing on the pre-built model, and probably if in future, if I get a chance to project this in the future code without barriers, so definitely I will do that. So this is the pre-built models which we have. Okay, so the features of the pre-built model, what are the features here is what, like it's a text extraction. So it will extract the text. Okay, it will exactly find out the text and words even from the handwritten document. Even if it is a handwritten document, if I'm writing something like this, okay, so not this, this is really worse, I'm sorry. So even if you are writing like this, okay, this is a handwritten document, so even this can be easily understandable by the Azure Document Intelligence. So it can also find the key value pair, so which spans a text within a document, which identifies a label or a key and its response or a value. For example, if it is weight, okay, if you imagine weight, which is like 31 kg or something, this is a key. Weight is a key and this is a value. Okay, so something like it easily understood what is, it can easily understand what is the keys and values. And it also holds the entities, which includes a common, even more complex data structures, which can be extracted as entities, like a people or a location, dates. So whatever, these are the entity extraction is possible. And selection marks, which means that spans a text of that indicates a choice, can be extracted from some models as a selection mark. For example, like a button. Okay, so there will be a checkbox, there will be a radio button, and you will have some entry into it. So this we call it as a selection marks. So even from this, it can understand what is the data, it can extract the data. So many models can extract the tables in scanned forms, included the data contained in the cells. So cells, even if we have rows and columns, okay, imagine we have rows and columns and we have the data in the cell. So even this data can be extracted by the Azure, and the model is trained for a specific form type, identify the values of fixed set of fields, for example, customer name, customer address, customer phone number. So these are all the fields, specific fields, which can be easily extracted by Azure AI Document Intelligence. So these are the input key requirements. So if you have like, if anybody is having any queries in between, so you can write that in the chat. Okay. Um, so because you don't need to carry the questions to the next level, right? So that is why. So these are the input requirements. Okay. Gomati, you have told everything, like you have to upload a document, it will give you the data, it will extract the data and give you. But what is the input requirement? What type of format I should upload it? Okay, so the file must be like JPEG, PNG, BMP, TIFF or PDF format. If it is a like I have shown the set of pre-built data, right? If you are using it for here. Okay, if you wanted to upload Excel or Word document, I will show you another possibility to upload it. Okay, so the smaller your size should be smaller than 500 MB for the standard tier. Standard tier in the sense, if you are using the standard tier subscription, then it should be 500 MB, and 4 MB. Only 4 MB for the free tier. If you are using a free tier subscription, then it should be 4 MB. Okay. The next one is the PDF documents must have the dimension less than 17 into 17 inches or A3 paper size. And your document should not be protected with the password. If you are uploading a PDF document, it should not be protected with the password. So let us see the demo. I just want to show you the demo. Let me reshare my complete screen again. Just let me know once you can see that. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, everybody, can you all see
Yep.
my screen? Yeah,
Yep.
thank you. So you have to just first log in to Azure portal.azure.com. Okay, so this is the one which you have to log in. So once you have logged in, you have to create your resource group. Okay, resource group is the container which stores all the relevant services which you are creating. So how your Azure portal will looks like is what like this. You have to sign in. So if you are new to Azure, you can get the $200 credits by Azure. You can simply sign up and you will get the free access to that. Okay, so here you can see these are all the services. So here you can find, so these are all the Azure services. So if you want to go and check for all the services, just click here, create a resource. where it shows, as I told, Azure have various services. So these are the various things which you can find it. Okay, so it has various categories. It covers almost all the category for DevOps, for developer tools, AI and machine learning. So you have various things here. Okay, so you can find this is your document intelligence, which we have been talking so far. You can create Azure resource group. Okay, and once if you have, I have my own Azure resource group. So here you can see you can simply click here create to create a resource group. So once if you click here, it will ask you a few questions to create. So it needs your subscription type. So as I'm MCT, so I have this MSDN subscription. And if you are using a free trial, your subscription will be a different one. If you're using your organization account, you will get a free different subscription type. So here you have to give the subscription a resource group name. What is your resource group? Okay, so you can just give the resource group name here, and you have to select the region, from which region you are going to just log in. So not logging in, like which region, what is the resource, where you are going to get this Azure. Okay, so I have just selected US because US, you will be getting all the previews and updates immediately in US. So I have just clicked here in US, and then you can simply select review plus create. So your resource group will be created once it is ready. Okay, and then once your resource group is ready, you can just go and check for document intelligence. Okay, here you can find this is the document intelligence. For me, whatever we are using it often, you can find it on the top. Okay, so you can just simply click here document intelligence. So even inside document intelligence, you have create a separate thing for the document intelligence here. So you can see here you have to click plus. Okay, and then you have to create a document intelligence to store all the data relevant to the document intelligence. So just click create. So here you can find it will ask you for the resource group. You can select the resource group and you can give the name for the document intelligence. I have already created this, so I'm not going to create it now. So this is my document intelligence name. Okay. So once it's all done, you can come to this document intelligence studio. So you can find here, this is document intelligence studio. Just click on try it. So once you click try it, it will take you to the document intelligence studio. So here you can see this is your document analysis. So as I told, if you wanted to use your documents, Excel, so whatever the format, if it is a Word document, you have to go with document analysis. Okay, reading, you can read the handwritten document, text formulas, barcodes, images, anything. So this is a layout where it will understand your check boxes, like whatever you can see it when you're signing up or filling it in the feedback form, like that. Okay, so, and this is the general document which extracts the key value pair. So we just talked about the pre-built model. So here you can find these are all the pre-built models. So this section talks about the pre-built model: invoice, receipt, identity document like your Aadhaar, PAN, license, all these things. Okay, so you can find nearly there are various, I think, 12, 15 pre-built models are already available for you. If you're not okay with this pre-built model, for example, whatever the document which you wanted to extract the data is not under these models, then you can definitely go ahead and create your own custom model. Okay, so let us explore the pre-built model now. So this is the pre-built model. I'm just going to click on this invoices, the very first one, invoices, which will extract the data like your customer ID, your total, everything, like what are there in your invoice. Okay, so here you can select the invoice document intelligence studio, and then I'm just trying to create it. 1 minute. So I'll just create a new Azure. Okay, you can just give the region and the pricing tier and click finish. So you can find that the resource is created, and once your resource is created, you can view your documents, like how you can access and extract the data from the document, which is possible. So because usually Azure will take little time to create the resources and everything, that is why I have already created the resource groups and the document intelligence, everything. But yes, anyhow, it is taking a little time. So meanwhile, if you have any queries on this, you can just ask me. I'm just waiting for this. I just want to show a small demo on how this resource works. Yes, just give me a few minutes. I'm just looking into it, like what went wrong. Meanwhile, if you have any queries, please let me know. Yes, it's here. So this is your Azure pre-built document intelligence. I have clicked on the invoices. Okay, on the left side, you can see that these are the sample which have been already trained by Azure. Okay, so here you can find the left side. You can see that these are all the sample invoices. So these invoices are used to train this Azure invoice model. Okay, so you can just drag and see like how many documents have been used to train this. Okay, if you wanted to see how the data extraction happens, just click on this run analysis. Okay, let us click on this run analysis. What happens here is what it is analyzing the data, and it will fetch you the extract the data from your invoice. See, it has extracted the data from our invoice. So you can see all the data on the right side. Okay, so just to see here, so this is your vendor name. If you just move your cursor towards that particular field, it is showing it's a vendor name, and this is a vendor address receipt. So how it is storing your data under vendor address receipt. This is customer address receipt. This is invoice ID, invoice date, due date, customer name, everything. And you can find a table like icon on the left side, which is what it understood this table. It extracted the data and it is showing this as a table here. Can you see that? When I click this table, it is showing this as a table format itself. Okay, let me just try to upload a simple invoice, another sample invoice from my end. You can upload your invoice as well to extract the data. You can just click on this browse file, or even you can fetch it from the URL. So I have an invoice here. So you can see this is my sample invoice. Okay, so I am trying to import my invoice to that. This is also a sample invoice. So it is loading the document. And once if you click analyze analysis, okay, so based on the data which is already trained, okay, these are all the sample data which are already used to train the model. Accordingly, on that training, so it is understanding this particular document. This is the document which I have uploaded. So you can see here that it is showing this is the vendor name and this is a table. Okay, well, how the data are, and this is the invoice ID, invoice like a customer address receipt, and the on the customer name. Okay, you can find the data on the right side. So on the right side, you can see these are all the fields. Okay, and you can just click on that. If you click on anywhere, it will show you like this is a field, this is a customer address. And if you scroll down, you can see this is a customer recipient, and this is a customer name. And you can also see there is a confidence score, 99.40. So the confidence score is calculated based on the previous model which have been trained. Okay, so how it is trained, and it is showing that this much confidence that it is the customer address. Okay, uh, your model is exactly predicting this, and it is giving you the data from here. Okay, so you can see that this is a result in the JSON format. Okay, if you wanted to use your JSON format, And this is the code, how it runs, how this particular thing has been extracted, and this is the complete code, Python code for that. And this is the content. It shows in a table format. What is exactly in the table? That table will be available here. And you can see this is an invoice number, everything, and these are the fields. Okay, so likewise, we have all these things. You can just go ahead and explore for the identity documents and health insurance and everything. So this is what the Azure AI document pre-built model helps in. So the subscription requirements are based on the document, how much you are uploading it. Okay, so this the subscription level, you can find it here, document intelligence. Um, 1 minute. So document intelligence pricing. So here that will be the document intelligence pricing for using your document. Like it's based on the region. If you are using with the East US, and if you are going to pay to the currency US dollar, then here you can find all these things like what is that, how many, if it is a web container, you can read the document type, and how many pages you can upload, and what is the charges for 1,000 pages. So you can find the complete information here for the pricing and subscription. So that's all. Whatever we have discussed is what about the document intelligence, how you can utilize document intelligence pre-built model, and which significantly enhance the ability to process and analyze documents. These powerful models will revolutionize the data handling by automating the extraction and interpretation of the critical information from a wide range of document types. Please have a try, and if you have any queries, please let me know. I'm here to answer your queries, and thank you so much for this opportunity.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Gomti, for that sharing. I'm just seeing, I see some QR codes flashing on the screen. I suppose if you want to connect with Dr. Gomti, you can do that. That brings us to the end of our first Code Without Barriers virtual meetup, where we had an intro to Code Without Barriers. We talked about one of our pillars, which is mentoring, and how women who are going through our skilling, mentoring, and hackathon can really, benefit from utilizing Code Without Barriers as the platform to upskill, to gain confidence, and to make sure that they're succeeding in the industry. And you'll hear more in the future. You'll hear more a mix of both technical and soft skills. You'll have more speakers from Microsoft come in, our customers, our partners from Code Without Barriers. So do join these in the future. We'd love your feedback. I think Surag's just put a feedback form. And as Chang just reminded us, yes, let's take a photo together. Would love that. I have my camera turned on, so please turn on your camera if you like, and we can take a quick photo. Annie, yes.
Yeah, Sindhura, I just wanted to check if anyone wanted to share anything. Turn on your camera, talk to us. Is there anything
Sure.
you would like to talk about? You'd like to see more of? This is the first of the virtual meetup. So did you like the format? Do you want to come and share something the next time, your story? Put it on the chat so we can invite you as well, or in the feedback form, and we can invite you as well. But if anyone wants to talk just now, go ahead. No, no one? Okay, so your feedback forms would be good.
Thanks for asking, Annie. Yeah, I think it's, again, this is an informal forum. This is not meant to be a very formal. So please always ask questions. Make it your own, right? What works for you, whether it's topics you'd like to hear, speakers. And like Annie said, if you want to share your own story as well. I see a lot of women on the call. So, and of course, some of our male allies as well. So absolutely do share.
This is primarily, Code Without Barriers is primarily focused on women to kind of bring them to equitable opportunities, but it's good to see men who are coming in as allies Thank you for joining, and make sure you're supporting the women around you as well. Yeah. So let's get more cameras on, especially the women. Want to see
Yeah,
some
let's
of
get
the.
some.
Hi, Chang. Nice to see you there.
Chang. Pradeep, get your camera on. It's probably quite late for you, though.
Thanks, Marika, for joining and turning on the camera. Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you.
There's five pages of folks that I'm getting to see, so I don't see all of the folks turning on the cameras. Raymond, thank you for turning on. Smarika, thank you for turning on your camera. Anybody else?
Amalia.
Amalia. Ria, okay. I see folks are slowly turning on cameras. Sarah,
Hi.
Meghna.
Anushka. Hi.
Yeah, so I think let's give 1 minute for people to like prepare themselves, and then I
Yes.
can take a screenshot for all of us. So Sidra, maybe you can like just give a countdown, the 3, 2, 1, and then I can take a screenshot for all of us. Okay?
Sounds good, Chang. Okay. All right, let's do the countdown. Everybody, 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay, Chang, you're good? You want to take
Yeah,
one more?
just one more time. Yeah.
All right. Code without barriers and smile
Yay.
again.
Yeah. All right. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for
Thank
joining.
you.
And we look forward to seeing you
Bye-bye.
again. Bye.
See you next time.
Thank you. Thank you, Sindhura. Thank you, Annie. Thank you, everyone. Have a
Thank
great day
you.
and weekend ahead. Bye bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.